Laughing Monkey Music Show. Rob, I'm glad you could come on.
No problem there, Sean. Nice to meet you, and let's start talking.
All right, let's start from the beginning. Let's talk when you were first got into music, and also we'll talk about your art at the same time. Was probably hand in hand your interests. I could imagine when you're younger.
Well, the way I remember it all is I started painting before I started playing drums. I started painting when I was, I believe, around 8 years old. My mother enrolled me in an art school, and I started to paint. But I don't know. They all said I kind of had a knack for it, whatever that means. And I started playing drums when I was about 11.
Okay.
But I really took painting super serious when I was in my 20s.
And at that point, the band
drumming I took very seriously right from the start, but painting, I got into it as a kid, and then I kind of just wasn't doing it. But in my early 20s, I rediscovered it, or I said, you know what, I'm going to get back into this. And ever since then, I've been painting when I can.
Oh, you're really good. I mean, you have a natural talent, so it's.
Oh, thank you very much. And when I'm touring, it's a thing when I don't tour, I paint. That's pretty well kind of how it works.
That works out. What were your first influences musically?
Oh, well, drummer wise, it was Buddy Rich that influenced me to get into playing drums. I saw Buddy Rich on a Lucy show. He was teaching little Ricky how to play drums or something. There had an episode something to do with that. And I saw that and I went crazy. And I said to my mother, I got to do this. I got to try to do this. So that's how the drumming kind of got me. And then I studied for about 7 years heavily, but all through that time, I grew up with 60s psychedelic stuff and 70s basically. So what does that mean? Cream, like heavier stuff. I like heavy blues, heavy rock. There's a few double bass drum players when I was a kid. Ginger Baker was one of my top faves. There was Carmen Apsey and Tommy Aldrich. I'm trying to think of. There wasn't a lot. Louis Bellson, but he was a jazz kind of guy. And I just always wanted to do that kind of thing. You could do more rhythms and stuff. And when I started expanding, I learned that primarily as a jazz player. I'm an old school.
Lessons?
Yeah. I'm an old school drummer, by tradition. I play hard metal, whatever, but it always has a jazzy, swingy feel about it, underlining in all Anvil's music. We were on tour. We have a recent album that came out earlier this year, Legal at Last. Yes. And we were on the road. We were on the road in Europe. We had a full blown tour, and we got in 17 shows into the tour, and then the world shut down, and that was the end of it. Everybody had to just, and so ever since then I've been painting. Well, more or less. I mean, I rehearsed with the band 4 days a week. We wrote a new album. We've written our next album.
Next one. You guys are so prolific. It's ridiculous. I mean, it is.
Yeah. Well, you have to be. Every 18 months. We try to make this cycle every 18 months. We have a new record out.
Well, a lot of bands don't do that. You know what I mean? Nowadays, they don't.
Yeah, I guess not. I don't really. I know the hard rock kind of metal band guys. They all kind of do that.
Yeah, I know it's a mixture. Some are like, well, if I can't sell it, it's not going to sell enough. As a fan, we enjoy it because it's new music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we enjoy it too because you have to, as an artist, you have to keep creating. It's like paintings. You make one, you make another one, you just keep going. Same with songs. And it's for the fans, but for ourselves. But also, what records do is it gives you the opportunity to go out and tour.
Yeah.
And we're our people's band. I like to really consider Anvil. Many people do too, though. We're a people's band. We're really a people's band. We did a bunch of shows years ago with AC/DC. Those are huge shows. I can't remember. We do so much stuff, man. It is what it is. Everything's cool. We have our own. The Anvil thing is like we have our own little cottage industry, is what I like to call it. We have our own fan base all over the world, and if we show up, people come. And even in America, in the last, for sure, in the last 6, 7 years, our fan base has grown extensionally down in America. We tour once a year. We come down. Well, obviously we didn't come this year, but we were planning it.
Yeah,
We usually go once a year to America, and all the years now we've been doing that, we've been building up a
I'd
following,
love to
or
see you guys. Yeah.
an actual following. You know what I'm saying? We don't play
Well,
to 20 people too often anymore.
well, America's a hard market. It's very finicky. Not very
Yeah,
loyal
no,
to rock.
I understand. We've been coming there for years. It's a grind, but compared, like I said, we used to come there and play for like 20 people. Now we come there and play for 200-300 people.
Yep.
So it's a big difference. Yeah, we're not playing arenas or whatever big concert theaters, but you never know. Everything's fashionable too. Maybe this kind of music might just become cool for no one
Yeah.
for no unknown reason. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, like I said, our last tour in America was fantastic. Like whatever year, 2019, I guess.
You guys are just
Yeah,
pumping it
yeah,
out, huh?
it's our day job. Like I said to you, it's like
Good job.
you know, yeah, you got to travel a lot and stuff, but it's something we enjoy, and it's just what you do. We're still able to do it. Lips and myself and the three of us, and we can still do it.
That is amazing. And I think the relationship you and Lips have is just it's very touching in the movie too. The
Yeah,
friendship that you guys have. It's like
we're brothers. We're actually kind of like brothers from a different mother, though. But we're like, I don't know, what are we like? We're like Keith Richards and Mick Jagger.
you guys are. That's really cool.
We're like a writing team. We're partners in this brand called Amber, or like Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley. I don't know, guys that have like partners.
Oh, you guys are notorious together.
Yeah.
Now,
So
what about the writing process? Do you write too? You play on the instrument? You do
yeah,
lyrics? I know.
yeah, I play guitar. I play
Yeah.
guitar. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Lips does all the primary writing, but he needs he likes my approval for virtually everything. Is this good enough riff? Is this he
Yeah.
he needs kind of reassurance or affirmation. I'm his affirmation type guy.
Well, it's got to stop somewhere. You got to have someone to bounce ideas off of, because otherwise,
And yeah, and then he really relies on the drumming that I produce for the material. He heavily relies on it. And that's what we do.
Very good, very good. Early on, when you guys were playing out, I know, even back in the movie, Lips was working a lot of jobs. What were you doing on the side at the time before you guys were really touring enough?
Well, that's a loaded question.
Sorry, because actually, I remember the movie. It actually went over like all the stuff you did, but like for you, it was very silent. So I don't mean to step on any toes or anything. It's like, but I know you paint, and it looks like you're kind of technical with like electricity or something. I'm like,
no, yeah. I was involved in building. I was in like home renovation building, kind of in a business for many years, not for all the time, but I started getting into that with a partner. I had a partner.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was doing, and it kept me alive.
Pays the bills, man.
Yeah, it kept me alive. But it was all about the band keeping us alive, and for the last 13 years now, lost count. The band is our job. So we're actually living the dream, if you will. That's living the dream, isn't it? Right? Doing what you want and you get paid for it.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal. I mean,
right now, everything's locked down here again. We were a little bit open a while back there, where they had bars and shit open, but it was only 50 people capacity, social distancing, plexiglass in front of the stage. It had all this nonsense stuff that I'm not going to contribute to it. Yeah. Or driving, go to these drive-ins and cars park and you play. I'm not ready to go over that crossover, so we're just going to sit it out and see what happens.
What about maybe a streaming event?
Everything. What's up?
You guys do a streaming event?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did one in July. Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah, a lot of people missed it. It was great. It was weird doing it, playing a bunch of cameras and a few guys. But it was very successful. The guy, we sold hundreds of tickets. So a lot of people saw it. It was high quality. It was a high quality production, good sound. The guy might actually show it again.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't hear about it. I would have checked it out.
Yeah, for people like yourself, there's many people that didn't see it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. Right, all we're doing right now is just we're chilling. We're just waiting out. Waiting out. We're waiting out. It looks like it's gonna be another year to me. The way it really looks like.
I know.
Like any way I slice it or we slice it, it doesn't sound like it's coming together too fast, right?
Well, hopeful for the vaccine, maybe it'll speed things up, right? It'll open things up.
Yeah, but it's all about but it's gonna be. I don't want to get into politics. Anyhow, but the government here in Canada is kind of helping us out with micro amounts of survival money. Office here, a guitar there, and an amp. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have I want to turn the camera, mess up. I got a whole wall of guitars my kids play too.
Right.
I went to school for producing in 1990, on tape and splicing. And then everything I switched over to digital, and then old school, right?
Old school.
Yeah, that was the biggest challenge right there. Splicing the razor blade. It was definitely a challenge.
Yeah, I know all about it. We made many albums in the early days where that was that's how you edited.
Yeah, the splice punching, that's the worst.
But that was the way to do it in those days. Now with digital shit, it's like everything's like cheating to me. Really, it's all fucking cheating.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't even have to. I'm not saying even people who are very good musicians, it makes it even like easier for them because you just like even myself, it's like do 3 takes or something, right? The producer goes, just give me 3 takes and I'll give you something that you can listen to, and then. And that's what happens, and you just play or whatever, and it's all good. And then the guy they chop it together and fix shit or whatever the fuck they do. And then you listen to it and you go, holy Christ, that's amazing.
What about your art? So can we buy your art? You selling your art? What are you doing with it?
I do lots of what I do with it is I don't sell the canvases at all. No.
You must have a lot then.
I don't want to. It's just simple reason I just don't want to. There's a demand for it. I get asked all the time, pretty well nonstop. People who appreciate. Not everybody it's not what art is like. You might like it. The next guy doesn't like it. The next, somebody's. It's subjective stuff, right? Like music. But anyways, people ask me all the time about this, that, but I don't sell the originals. I sell prints. I have prints of virtually all my images. I have, I have a published art book of all my paintings, and I sell that. That's one of the most. It's popular. A lot of people like to get that. That's pretty well what I do with the aspect that I'd like to do some art shows where I could show the actual canvases, just like in a big gallery set up 10 or 12.
Gallery, yeah.
And just have people gawk at them, and then buy the merch. I would love to do stuff like that. That would be a lot of fun, I would think.
Are there a lot of galleries up there to do that?
Yeah, you could do it. It's just like setting up a tour. It's just find galleries and people who want to do it, and the same old thing, and just set it up. And I just haven't bothered, but it's something I would do. Matter of fact, Carmine Appice, he's going to call me at 7 o'clock in a little while. He's about something to do with art. I'm not even sure what he's on, but he said a couple of musicians, they were doing an art thing and he wants me in on it. And so I don't know, something might be brewing. I don't even know what the hell it is.
That'd be awesome, man. That would be really cool.
Yeah. So, but that's basically what I do. I paint for myself. That's in a nutshell. I just sit here I'm in my studio right now. Mm-hmm. I just finished a painting the other day. I just made a few drawings today of some stuff that I'll get going again. That's all I do. My day is spent painting, more or less.
You actually sketch everything out too, huh? You draw it out first. You don't go freak endeavor.
No, I draw everything.
I make all oil.
And paint oil, yeah.
Oil on canvas.
Yeah, oil. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I started with oil, and I've wanted to dabble with watercolors. Just to I kind of get how to do it, but I just no time, man. I get so wrapped up in stuff between music, painting, and just trying to take it easy sometimes. That's it. Life is gone. I collect snare drums. I'm a big vintage snare drum collector too. I have a website, but all my images are unfortunately not listed there. Some are, but the book it's a site to buy the book, but it is my website. I need to upload more stuff. I just haven't again.
All
It's
right.
not.
Well,
It's
anything you have, you
it's not
send me your
fully.
links and I'll put everything up for you.
Yeah,
You
what
know,
I can. Yeah, it's RobbReinerArt.com.
it's an easy one, huh?
Yeah, that's it. RobbReinerArt.com, man, and that's my link to the book, anyways. And there's a few prints listed there, but if you, if I don't know, people get it, they'll write me. People usually write me stuff, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And,
You're pretty easy to get in touch with. You're a pretty laid back guy.
yeah, I make myself accessible.
I think it's important. That's why you're the people's band.
Yeah,
You know.
that's right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, very important. And I like talking to the fans. I like talking to people. You learn a lot. I find I learn a lot from that. It's just
Yeah.
by listening to people say things, whatever, they talk and you just listen. And after you've talked to thousands of people, you start to make not judgments, but you start to make really good, clear observations.
Especially imagine all around the world too. You probably see patterns of similar things, and
Yeah, yeah, and even points of view from people, on different subject matter. Let's say you talk about religion, let's say we talk about politics, or you talk
yeah,
about food, or ethics, morals of life, or whatever. So I mean, you just have people, they talk and you listen. I'm a great listener, but I actually absorb and then I digest the info. And what I've come to, the older I've gotten here, the more I've come to realize that humanity is a failure in general.
yes,
In general.
yeah, it is. It is.
And it's
Just
not even being negative. It's just so fucking sad to realize that, what, that's really what it is. Things ain't getting fucking better, man. It's just not getting better.
no. When you look at nature and what's going on to the planet, what we're
Yeah.
doing to it is just the worst.
Yeah. So shit like that bothers me, like as time goes on, because you start going, a lot of people they're not worth it, man. They just breathe and exist, but they're not existing. They don't even know what they're existing for.
And we started good until the Industrial Revolution. We started just burning up everything, building
Right.
stuff. That's when we
Yeah.
got crazy. That's the beginning of the end right there.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
All in the name of making money, right? Money.
Yeah. To me, that's the point in history where I think everything was just gone. It's just
Yeah.
coal and then just dirty.
So, I just focus on, my own little zone, and I know what's going on. I make little paintings that make me, it's like therapy, it keeps me fucking from killing myself, perhaps,
I
it's
hope
like,
that you're not that in the edge.
what I mean by that is like, music is like loud, and my paintings that I do are quiet. That's if you get,
A yin and yang type of thing going on.
yeah, kind of, yeah, very abstract, and that I need that quiet. If you were always a racket man, it'd be like, I don't know, man, I'd probably be done by now.
You'd be crazy. I guess like the really last question I have for you is, as you're getting older, and I know a lot of people are saying drumming is really hard on the body. What are you doing? You started to feel it yet, or do you do
Well,
exercises? I mean,
you know what? That's a good question. I feel it so mildly. Okay, what does that mean? Just my arms and my, I guess your tendons and your shoulder your muscles, and it's more my
yeah.
muscles. Yeah, but I can pound out heavy, man, still, and like you feel it when you're finished more than when it's happening.
You pretty much play all year, right? Either you're practicing or not. You don't
I'm in
actually take
game
a
shape.
break.
Yeah, I play all the time. I play 4 days a week. You stay in game shape. It's not like, man,
An athlete.
I haven't played in 8 months. I got to get warmed
Yeah.
up. No.
Well, no, like a lot of musicians, a lot of big drummers, especially the rock bands, are like, I can't do this anymore. My body's just falling apart. It's just
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much.
Well, I guess I still got it, man. I can
Well, the fact
still.
you have such energy, yeah, and you're like, nope. I've never heard anything you say anything about your drumming, getting tired out or sore.
19, and right now I'm not going to tell you the title of the new one, but this is 19. The one that we're going to record it next year. Comes out in 2022. Then I don't know, unless this COVID thing prevents us from moving around. We go to Germany to record. We can fly now. We can still travel. So I don't know what they're going to do in 8 months from now, right?
Germany's been pretty good, you guys too, even in the rough times, right? Yeah.
Well, it's a mecca. It's a mecca of music. Period. There's lots
Really?
of labor. Oh, it's no fuck, no question about it. It's a lifestyle with the people. Like we don't, we people here on our side, yeah, we appreciate music, but it's not our lifestyle. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Over there, man, you live here like you work, you're a mechanic, let's say, or whatever you're doing, but your whole metal or music persona is with you at your work.
Really?
And yeah, and at your home and in your car and where whatever. That's what they're like over there. It's really cool, man. It's like a lifestyle. You go to somebody's house and it's all done up in like metal type of themery but the whole place and everything. It's like and you go, holy fuck, this is I never see shit like that over here.
No, not over
So
here
yeah,
either in the U.S.
yeah, it's a whole different way there, and there's a support system where people are dedicated. They're not like told what to like.
Fans.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time with the guys, and we just wonder, like, man, it was really a struggle back when we started, you know. But like, I can't imagine. We have COVID. I don't want to talk about fuck. COVID kills me, man.
I know.
So many people. I know it's. I mean, I know it exists. I actually know one person finally that. Do you know anybody that has it?
I actually know people where I work. They're right when it first happened. Their grandparents were getting sick and they died, and then they couldn't see them. They had to like drive by the funeral home or whatever, so they couldn't even say goodbye.
Oh
Their
wow.
parents were separated. Yeah, so I know some people affected.
Okay.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it does exist. I'm not one of those that, it does, but it's again, it's like it's just a little bit over. The media took it too far. I think the whole thing.
I'm okay with wearing a mask because I don't like getting the flu. So wearing a mask keeps me from getting anything.
I think everybody's wearing a mask these days up here where we are. But it's going to become fucking like standard shit.
Well, I want it over by the winter, by the summer, because it's not so bad to wear a mask now in the wintertime, but the summertime, it's hot, man.
Yeah. Well, if you're outside, man, I don't see the point if you're outside.
Yeah.
Inside, I get it, but outside, if you're in the middle of a park, what the fuck are you wearing a mask for? Or if you're in your car, or if you're in your car by yourself, what are you wearing a mask for?
I see that a lot. You see people driving in a mask by themselves, wearing a mask by themselves in a car.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't know what that's all about. It's pretty funny. Or they're in a car with somebody else and they're both wearing masks. I'm like, if you're in a car that close to somebody, you would think that you guys have the relationship where you guys are already keeping it safe. It doesn't make sense.
But anyways, yeah, it's there's something going on, but I don't I don't believe it's as crazy as they're trying to make us all believe that it is. And they fucked up the economy over it. They've done all this crazy nonsense, and that doesn't make sense. That's what doesn't make sense to a guy like me. Why did you guys fuck everything up for? What's the gain? I don't see the gain. No. Do you see gain in it? I don't. Where's the gain?
Well, when they close down for safety, but I don't know. The financial part.
Yeah, but there you go. But safety, come on, man. Like, I get it. Safety and financial. You guys you're fucking killing businesses and industries and wiping fucking people out. Like, for what? And they don't even have COVID.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I guess it's it's gonna eventually change, right?
It's gonna change this year. This will be it. The vaccine, and it'll work itself out. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I just wanted more people to die. It's pretty horrible.
We got a tour next year. We rescheduled our tour that was canceled just recently now for next year in September. So hopefully it flies. If not, then we'll have to cancel it again.
A lot of bands are booking again. That's what I was going to ask you. So, like, tentative plans probably out for next year, September.
Yeah. A lot of bands
are saying that now. They're all aiming for September.
Yeah, because that's to be honest, I was told in March by people that I know that 2022 is going to be the earliest real starting point. That was in March, but a lot of people now are getting this optimistic. Yeah, it'll happen late 2021. Okay, so might as well set some tours up, and if they fly, they fly. If they don't, you just put them over, right? Yep. It all blows, but you got to have something to like look forward to, right? And people want to get. I know in Europe they really want to get going. The promoters don't promote, man. They pass the word amongst their like on the street level to their little to their promoters' little bubble. And that's not enough.
They'll put it in a newspaper nowadays, and no one reads newspapers anymore. I'll be like, a newspaper?
So many people don't hear about shows that happen because they're not promoted to reach everybody. Yeah, they know. Promoter goes, okay, I got my network. If I get 200 people here, everybody's happy. I make the money. But you could have had fucking 500 if you told more. Advertise. Anvil shows are always advertised on the social networks, right? Yep. Just keep your eyes peeled.
All right, man.
and
Thank you very much.
that's all you can do.
All right. Very cool. I thank you for your time tonight, man. And
No problem.